afternoon. It is 4 p.m. here in South Korea. I am Arirang News. AI anchor, Ari. 107 days out from the U.S. presidential election, President Joe Biden has announced that he will not run for a second White House term, formally endorsing Vice President Kamala Harris to run in his place. The announcement comes as Biden has been under growing pressure from fellow party members to drop out of the race, after struggling against his rival Donald Trump during last month's televised debate. Many have questioned his cognitive ability to run the country for another 4 years, especially given his age. Meanwhile, Vice President Kamala Harris called Biden's decision a selfless and patriotic act, adding that she's honored to be endorsed by the incumbent. Harris vowed to do everything she can to not only unite the Democratic Party, but to unite the country and to defeat former President Donald Trump. South Korea's military has been conducting anti-Pyongyang loudspeaker broadcasts on all fronts for the second straight day. The Joint Chiefs of Staff said Monday that the military began broadcasting at 6 a.m. and will continue until 10 p.m. On Sunday, the military aired anti-Pyongyang loudspeaker broadcasts on all fronts for the first time since the 2018 Inter-Korean Military Agreement. The latest reportedly included news on the recent defection of a North Korean diplomat, as well as the killing of North Korean soldiers while laying mines near the border. The military's stepped-up campaign comes in response to North Korea's continued deliveries of trash-carrying balloons. On Sunday, North Korea sent another 500 balloons. Starting Monday, the country's 5 major training hospitals are hiring around 7,700 trainee doctors for the second half of this year, but medical school professors say they'll boycott training in protest. To minimize the impact of mass resignations in February, when more than 90% of around 13,000 medical interns and residents walked off their jobs, the government continues its push to recruit more medical students, finalizing an admission quota hike of approximately 1,500 students for next year. Doctors claim that medical schools will not be able to handle the increased enrollment. And in response, medical professors have warned they will boycott training programs for trainee doctors set to begin their studies in September. More people in South Korea are choosing cheaper domestic airlines to travel overseas, according to data released by the Transport Ministry on Monday. Of the total number of passengers flying abroad between January and June this year, low-cost domestic airlines such as Jeju Air and Jin Air accounted for 35.6% of passengers. Bigger domestic airlines took a smaller portion of the pie at just over 33%, while foreign airlines took around 31%. This has been attributed to bigger airlines focusing on long-distance travel and cargo flights that leave a greater profit margin, while the smaller airlines are concentrated on shorter-distance flights to popular destinations. South Koreans have been spending more abroad, amid sluggish domestic consumption trends. That's according to the state-run Korea Development Institute's most recent economic trends report released 2 weeks ago. Preliminary data from the Bank of Korea released earlier this month showed that the country saw tourism deficits of $860 million in May. Koreans spent over $2.3 billion overseas that month, the most since 2019 and a jump of nearly 5% on year. However, domestic retail sales dropped by over 3% on month in May, for a third consecutive time. That is all for today. Thanks for watching.